Welcome to this video on denials. Denials of propositions will be important to know when it comes time to provide objections to philosophical arguments. With an objection, one does not simply provide an argument with a contrary conclusion. Rather, one has to show where one of the premises provided in the argument one wants to argue against is false. To do that, you have to know what the denial of one of these premises will look like. The first one is simple enough. We saw it in the last video. The denial of a denial is simply the assertion. Its form is also simple enough. When a denial is itself denied, we have the assertion. As mentioned before, this is called double negation. Next, we deal with the denial of a conjunction. Recall that a conjunction simply provides the truth values of its component propositions. With simple assertions, a conjunction states that both propositions are true. With the denial of a conjunction, at least one is false. That is, the denial of a conjunction with two assertions is the claim that they are contrary. Here's the form. First, we state that the conjunction is false. So we state that the component propositions are contrary. That is, we have a disjunction where both are denied. Here's an example of a denied conjunction. First, we state that the conjunction is false. So we state the disjunction expressing that they are contrary. Recall that subcontrary propositions are such that at least one is true. Well, when we deny a pair of subcontrary propositions, we claim that it is false that at least one is true. Thus, they are both false. So the denial of a disjunction expressing subcontrary propositions is equivalent to a conjunction where both are false. Here's the form. First, we state that the disjunction is false. So we have the conjunction where both component propositions are denied. This is also equivalent to the phrase neither P nor Q. Here's an example of the denial of a pair of subcontrary propositions. First, we start with the denial of the claim that either the sun or the earth is the center of the universe. From there, we state the conjunction of their denials. That is, the sun is not the center and the earth is not the center. Denying the disjunction of contraries works in a similar way. Recall that propositions are contrary to one another just in case at least one is false. Well, if it's false that at least one is false, then both are true. Thus, with the denial of a pair of contrary propositions, we have a conjunction of the assertion of the disjuncts. The form of this looks very similar to the previous. First, we have the statement that it is false that P and Q are contrary. So we have the statement of their conjunction. Consider the following for an example. For a long time, it was thought that you could not be a vegetarian and get a complete protein from one food source. To get a complete protein, vegetarians had to eat a combination of foods. Now, however, that has changed. So we state that it is false that eating vegetarian is contrary to getting a complete protein. In fact, you can eat quinoa. Quinoa is a grain that has a complete protein. Good for vegetarians. Here are the terms for this video. You should memorize these denials and be able to use them off the top of your head. This will help you in mastering reason. Okay, that's it for denials of conjunction and disjunctions. Next, we have denials of conditionals and biconditionals.